came on Major Gifts Mastery last year. I guess I met you about 9 months ago at the beginning of the program, 6 months program. Was it helpful? And if so, what are some of the ways it helped you?
I definitely would say it was extremely helpful. For me, I was new to the role of major giving 2 years ago when I started in my position. So I had banked up an awful lot of experience in fundraising, predominantly corporate, but major giving was a new element of work. And I was very clear about that from the offset when I started in my job, was that I would need to develop that particular aspect. Um, the course gave me the confidence, I think. That was the key thing for me, was the confidence to know that actually the way that I'd built relationships in my previous careers, that was actually going to help me to take things forward with regards to major giving. And I think it's relating major donors as real people rather than thinking about them as being scary millionaires that you're too frightened to talk about, and how could I possibly have anything in common with them? Why would they possibly want to talk to me? It's actually putting yourself in the mindset that actually it's not scary, they're not frightening, they are just real normal people. And all I've got to do is just have a conversation with them, get them engaged. And the techniques that we used on the course were really, really helpful with that.
So it's partly a mindset, isn't it? And it's partly techniques, and all both of those things add up to a sort of an extra confidence, like you say, like a feeling on the front foot. So do you feel that did help you get develop relationships and get more conversations?
It definitely did. The story sharing aspect and the storytelling element of the course itself was really, really useful for those conversations. So I felt that I had really good content so that when people did come in, or if I did get that opportunity for those conversations, I had something to talk to them about. It helped us enormously internally as well. So it broke down silos in terms of, between the care team and the fundraising team. We were able to access those stories, and we knew what we were looking for as well. I think when you go to somebody and say, right, I need a case study, for example, it's quite a daunting process, and they think, oh gosh, it's got to be, 2 sides of A4, it's got to be very formal. But actually the formatting of the story arc that we discussed on the major giving program really helped to break that down. So it meant that you could just have a 20-minute quick catch up with a very busy person who is on a nursing shift, for example, and doesn't have the time to sit down and write a case study. But actually just having that framework was massively helpful. And it just the confidence then to go away and know that you're just having a conversation with someone. So all you're trying to do is set up a conversation. You're not going in there to make that big ask all of the time. There's no expectation that actually, that visit to your charity is going to generate a 20K donation. It's just about having the conversation and letting it flow naturally.
The program's made up of not only teaching sessions or masterclasses with me, but also one-to-one individual coaching sessions. I think you were saying that your chances to chat to your coach were helpful as well.
Yes, they were really helpful again, to look in depth, I guess, at some of the things that we touched upon in the course. So there were a couple of particular techniques that I learned from my coach, and I went to her really with a very specific element of what I was finding more difficult, which was the mid-level program stuff, and the potential major donor category specifically. We did a lot of work on what she'd done previously and what had worked for her. And I'm going to be implementing some of that this year as well.
This is different from a one-day course or going on a conference. It's a 6 month thing. But if someone's weighing up whether it's the right decision potentially for them as a major donor fundraiser, what would you say?
I would say that for me in particular, it was game changing. It has been game changing in the way that I work, from a day to day basis, the way that I manage my team, the way that I am perceived, I think, with colleagues as well. It's given a whole load of confidence. But it's not just about the 6 months and what happens on that 6 months after. For us and the group that I was in, I was very fortunate to be a part of. We've then taken that and we're still networking with each other. We're catching up on a monthly basis. We're sharing experiences, what's worked, what hasn't worked. but it's given a platform for a whole new load of relationships and expertise that's going to last hopefully a very long time into the future.